not too much. No, this current set is, I believe, 2 sets to 1.
Oh, yeah?
Or, yeah, something along those lines. And the longest one was Drag versus Victor at EWC 2024. That was, nobody was beating Ulsan that day, and that was evident in those results across.
Oh, yeah.
But then, more recently, TWT finals, you mentioned the Yoshi. That was when Farzeen whipped that out, and that was an 0-2 to Farzeen.
Oh, yeah. That was 0-2. Incredible stuff. So we'll see if there'll be some counter picking going on and how well these players have evolved from those matches that they had against each other. Still high-stakes situation. Lars versus Victor to start out the winners' finals here between Ulsan and Farzeen. And we're heading into space.
Let's get it going. All right, let's get it going. Here we got the I'm waiting for the explosion. I want to see who takes it first.
Still, I feel like there's other priorities if you're hurling towards Earth.
I mean, at this point, it is what it is, you know what I'm saying? What are you going to land?
Hey, he landed that arc blast to start things out. And Lars, like you said, travel agency and also wall combo fiend.
All right, let's keep it there, but gets a side switch. Very much in Farzeen's favor. Gets a nice high splat. Goes for the upward strike with his sword cheek.
Delta Slicer engage here. We keep it going. Limited entry low. Let's see. Oh, wow. Goes for the heat smash to close it out. Quick and fast round by Ulsan.
Amazing work so far, but Farzeen fighting back. Starts off with the sword flurry. He's trying to catch him coming in, but Ulsan, once again, amazing spacing, putting the pressure on with the down forward 1 strings as well.
Okay, plus frames. Let's see who's going to pop heat first. It is Ulsan, kind of leading in terms of life. He does have a bit of gray health to gain back. Back one swipe just to keep him at bay.
All right, upward strike again. More homing here from Ulsan, but Farzeen firing off the shots.
Trying to go for the arc blast, gets punished. Wall advantage, forcing Farzeen to go for this heat, as well as Ulsan. Oh, tries to go for the flash.
Gets the wall splat. This should be good for him, and the shoulder to end the second round. 2 rounds very quickly.
Yeah, Ulsan looking like the Ulsan of old when he was a Dragunov here, just constantly running through the first 2 rounds here. Farzeen's got to slow things down, put a little fear in the offense, and make Ulsan kind of second guess his offensive wheelhouse here. Excellent
break. He knows he's trying to get that explosion, activates that heat with that engager, slams him down, goes for the little shield.
Let's see him try to go for the power crush here. There is going to be that explosion, but who's going to take it first? It's the choke.
But like I said before, catch him out of the air. This could be a good opportunity to Farzeen to yoink back the momentum from Ulsan.
Okay, FF2, and we go for the ground slice here for him to be able to spend that floor explosion. Farzeen now holding on to this heat. Ulsan, what's going to be the Hail Mary play? He's just going to fight his way out of this corner.
Jabbing to fight back and catch them with that homing. He's gone for that limited entry, goes for the low. Double strike on the low, blocked by Ulsan into the immediate Lars Shoryuken.
Hey, so now it seems like the wheels are turning in Ulsan's favor. I wonder how Farzeen is going to try to retaliate, because so far, this is the most adversity we've seen him face. This is a player that has not gotten the Farzeen flash, and he just kept going all gas, no brakes.
What's in that water that Ulsan keeps drinking? We're going to check that.
I am not sure, but he's staying hydrated, just like everyone should be staying hydrated in the chat and in the venue. So, Evil Arena.
All right, let's get it going. Explosion time. Victor got that locked and loaded.
The explosion or the wall explosion?
Yes.
Exactly. Maybe 3.
All right, let's get it going. Game 2. Farzeen needs to make some things happen. This is the winners' final, so they've got a bit longer, and they've still got another life on the line. But you do not want to go back down to the shark pit. You want to stay and get to grand final.
Nice. I like how he's doing. He's not just pulling out the Delta Slicer, not finishing the series. Trying to go for the mid heat engage. Still nothing though. The side step just to make the power crush whiff.
Excellent walk. He's going to take this one to an explosion wall, perhaps. See if he uses it. Spikes him down, saves it, wants to get it without the scaling, and he will.
Capitalizing on this big Farzeen round. If he can close things out, We going coast to coast here, folks. Ulsan now has to fight for his life. He does have a bit of the heat to work with. The Delta Slicer, it goes for the immediate heat smash.
A lot of damage that he had to deal with.
Oh my
Catching him
goodness.
on the ground, down forward one, running one into the mid option. Now, Farzeen stopped that mix there, didn't want to risk too much. 1-2 coming from the distance, homing with range.
Uh-oh, tried to go over down back two, but he goes for the range art with 3 seconds left and so little health. Ulsan turning things around.
Slides out like a... See, the heroes don't look at the explosion, you know.
Yeah, exactly. I would look at it immediately.
Get blinded immediately.
Or cower in fear,
Yeah.
but these are no ordinary human beings, folks. These Ulsan and Farzeen. Nice block on the low by Ulsan.
Down forward one into walks here from Farzeen, but Ulsan got a hold of that and hit him with that launcher.
Yeah, the Arc Blast seems to be on point here for Ulsan. Luckily for Farzeen, it's not an explodable wall, but that is Lars' wall combo in a nutshell, folks.
That's his limited entry there after the low string. Now uses up that heat on the 1-1 string, but gets a side switch. This could be Farzeen's opportunities. It's a nice combo.
Super important for him. Actually, he's gaining back the health, and he's also holding on to that heat, which is super important. But we do have Farzeen now forced to defend. Nice duck to the launch.
Should be taking this one. There we go. Wants to close out the rounds with 8 seconds left. As that heat goes for the dash and closes it out with the bullet.
With some style as well. So has Farzeen stopped the bleeding from continuing on? Ulsan still a dangerous threat no matter where he is in his tournament, and able to actually make that whiff and go for the Arc Blast.
Absolute surgeon with those arc blasts. And that's the thing. Ulsan's movement, timing has been impeccable. His whiff punishes have been amazing, but right now he is in trouble. Absolutely getting comboed to oblivion and uses up that heat. Take it coast to coast, as you mentioned. I think Farzeen and Victor are trying to take Lars's travel agent.
I think so.
Tough out here in the game.
Especially here at the Underground Arena, man. All from that back two counter hit. So now Farzeen forced to go to the down two dash, but Ulsan still holding on to that heat. No rage just yet. So he goes for the activation. Oh, but able to get the huge punish. Farzeen looking quite dominant. Takes round number 3.
And we're seeing from both these characters that have a lot of moves on block into plus frames and stance mix. And a lot of the time now you're seeing them cancel the stance and see what kind of mental frames they could use against their opponent.
Trying to bait out reactions. We're watching Tekken at the highest level here, trying to go for the back two just to try and see if he'll contest. But we do see Ulsan trying to get his back away from this wall. Farzeen wants to keep him here though.
Wants to use that Farzeen flash, it just has not been successful. As I say, tries it again. And nice punish on the down forward 1-3. Trying to build up that momentum, but Ulsan on the back foot right now.
Whoa! Explosion. Death from above, and just gets that jab to tag on here for Farzeen to stay alive in this tournament and tie things up 1 game each.
This is very, very back and forth.
100% with how well these players are reading each other. Again, the first round, Ulsan went sprinting, but Farzeen says, this is a marathon, okay? This is still winners finals. We have a race to 3. I have time to adjust. I have time to understand the Lars that you put in front of me. And you know what? It's still back and forth, but Farzeen 3-1 is still quite dominant.
Very much so. Now we're going to game 3. We got Yakushima, biggest stage. So we were seeing a lot of wall situations for both players. So this is going to be a bit harder. As mentioned though, travel agents in the making. They can probably take it over there in 1 round.
Oh yeah. I do not want to hire them as travel agents. It will hurt.
I mean, they get you there one way or the other. That's if that's the budget flight.
Fair point. But now it seems like Ulsan in the life deficit, trying to deal with the offense. Nice jab contest, but Farzeen still swinging for the fences here.
Trying to go for that running 2. Now Ulsan trying to space him out and trying to tempt him in with these, hey, look at this whiff jab. Hey, look at this whiff down forward 1. Farzeen not hungry though.
Able to get that mid launch or getting that crumple state. Farzeen has cashed in 3 rounds straight.
What did I say?
Hey, we never see the walls, and we're able to see it then and there, folks.
Amazing work from both players there. That was a tough one, but Farzeen was able to sneak it out there at the end.
Okay, good punish to start things out for Farzeen. And now, jab contest once again. Ulsan unable to kind of open him up since the first game, I mean.
He drops with that down forward 1, back 1 on hit. Now the mix begins. Goes for that uppercut.
And for the 1+2 series, back 1 just to stop him from moving. Okay.
1-2 building up that offense, goes to the limited entry low. Down forward 1 checking once again, activating that heat.
I like once he went for that limited entry. Oh, wow, goes and breaks the glass with a heat smash. Just, I mean, like a jump scare, I have to say. I can set jump scare warnings like that. That's when Ulsan's playing.
Down forward 1 on the approach, looking for that homing once again with the back 1. Upward strike, spacing out a little bit. The tempo is kind of calmed down a bit, but this is the tense before the release. As I say that, Ulsan gets a heavy launch. Let's see where he's going. Slides down on him.
Okay, we switch sides. Back 1 just to keep him at bay. Trying to get those counter hits going, but we do see the Arc Blast win in that exchange.
Gets that strong aerial tailspin there. Spikes him down. This is a good situation here. Goes for the goes for the low.
Yeah, limited entry low. Explosion. No more heat for Farzeen to work with, but what a duck by Ulsan.
He knew. He knew. All right, 1 round away from taking his 2nd game in the set so far. But Farzeen fighting back and looking like he has just nearly trying to get the lead here.
Trying to sidestep left here just to avoid the offense. Rising option, no one home here. Get some blocks going. Now he's trying to move and juke and jive to the right. No flash for you, says Ulsan. Another.
Picks him up, taking it down. Gets a tailspin, strong aerial spin there. Another one.
All from one place, Arc Blast, and now
1 more hit's all he needs. Jabbing, he gets the Farzeen flash. Trying to fight back. This is going to be a momentous moment for him. Heals a bunch of health. 1+2, good break.
Now we see the side switch here, final seconds. Farzeen trying to pick his shots, able to actually whip punish that up forward 4. And now he really needs to make this one count. Wall is also there.
Oh, nearly dead. 1 more hit could do it. Down forward 1 is blocked. 6 seconds left. 5, 4, 3.
Okay, tries to go for the mid, but no, not there. And it is going to be Farzeen to take it to final round.
Amazing. That was so clutch. See, these guys are at the edge of their seats.
I know, but look, I mean, I was looking at the stage. They are still unfazed. Ulsan still game face on. See, as he tries to dissect the defense of Farzeen.
Oh, nice double low slash into the geyser. So again, delay timing this one. Goes to the mid.
Okay, tries to jab check him. Goes for the limited entry Shoryuken. Now Farzeen not looking too good in terms of health, but still has the heat to work with. He needs to burst properly here before Ulsan's able to go for that heat smash.
Checking with that homing, doesn't want him to go anywhere. Uses that dive kick and goes to the mid option after stance from this silent entry.
Switch sides. Oh, goes for the mid slash, and he's gonna put the finishing touches here. Ulsan looks like he's in big trouble. Still has the heat bound to work with. There you go.
The crowd's loving it.
Oh, stay hydrated, folks. That's what Farzeen is saying. Just the constant back and forth. It is now 2-1, ladies and gentlemen, in terms of games. And Farzeen getting things in Yakushima. I actually thought that it would actually benefit Lars more, but like you said, travel agencies on Victor's side as well.
All right, let's see. This is potentially 1 game away from Farzeen just moving forward to the grand final, and Ulsan will have to go and wait for his next opponent in Ulsan.
Ginmaji Temple is the next from practically no walls to a compact space. Let's see who's going to get wall advantage here. Farzeen starting things off real hectic here, but Ulsan unfortunately unable to capitalize on that, but adding a bit of damage on the board.
Excellent work on the come in, got the back 1. Now going through stance cycles here to try and catch Farzeen, but excellent defense and punish from him there after that kick.
So trying to go for the Farzeen flash. Unfortunately, no one there, but back 1 swipe. Trying to continue on with the offense here, but Farzeen has to try and realign himself outside that wall.
Jab through that heat activation. Got it now, though. Back 1, counter hit.
Tried to go for the ground slam here. Farzeen still working with a low heat smash. Can he get it, though? Seems like Ulsan, has to block the explosion.
Nice whiff punish on the down back 2-1 attempt. Running 1 and the low.
So now Ulsan taking that first round. It's still a constant back and forth here, folks.
All right, goes for the double upward strike. And again, these knives are coming out to play and absolutely demolishing Ulsan's health bar.
Knives out indeed. So now down 2. trying to go for the running 1-2+2, but Ulsan fighting back here with some offense of his own.
All right, trying to go for that 1-1, fishing for it. Felt it too strongly there. Farzeen was blocking. A little bit of a punish. Excellent power crush. Goes under. Bullet runs up for the hardest read of today.
Up forward 4 finds its mark here. So now Ulsan continues on. And we see Farzeen not so looking good in terms of health. Gets the heat smash, but both of them have rage.
Whoa! Low parry, immediate rage art, and you can't see it, but he's sipping his water. He's already done. That was quick. He was ready.
He was. I mean, that round alone had the up forward 4 read and also the low parry. Ulsan is going in the plus ultra mode, ladies and gentlemen.
Thinks he's in a library or something.
He's getting all the reads going.
All right, gets hit by the Geyser. Again, same situation where the high hit whiff, and he got a kick on the wake up.
Okay, goes for the low shoe shine here, but Farzeen creating that distance. Has to make this approach careful.
Down forward 1 for the tracking. A few just throwing him out there, and they're working very well. Got scammed out of his heat smash.
Did. Tried to side.
Though with a health deficit and the Farzeen smash. Sorry, flash.
Okay, going for the heat engage as well. He does have that heat smash, but now limited entry gets jabbed out of it. Final seconds. One more would do it. Taps the legs, and Ulsan responds with 3 rounds straight, ladies and gentlemen. Stay hydrated.
All right. Both these guys need to take a breather. See what Farzeen has in a response in the final game.
I think, like you called out, Ulsan just making a lot more, like, high stakes reads, which does pay off, but you live and die by that sword.
100%. All right, back at Lee's crib. Let's get it going. Who's going to open this one up? All right, Farzeen backs up a little bit, waiting for Ulsan to engage, hoping to find whiff punish and regular punish opportunities, perhaps.
Yeah, good flow to start things out for Farzeen. Maybe he just needs to pump the brakes just a little bit. Oh, unfortunate back turn there for Ulsan to get out of jail card, if you would.
Crazy GPS signal lost, but there we got the Farzeen flash once again.
The back 2 has been working out so far. Now just trying to keep things safe with that dash in, but Ulsan now not looking too good in terms of health. Oh, the duck underneath.
Will that wall interfere? It doesn't look like it. He's slowly off axis. This could be what Ulsan needed to continue his lead or take his lead back in the set. Here we go, round on the board in game 5.
What a comeback by Ulsan. That really looked like Farzeen's round to win, but Ulsan just has that Uno reverse card.
Running 3, got it. I think that's the first one that's hit. Another one, the second one. Gone for the 3-beat?
3-piece in the soda. Ulsan's making that order happen. TF1 series trying to check him. 1-1-1 Delta Slicer, and also against the wall. Book that round 2 for Ulsan.
That's set point here for Ulsan. This is going to be a big comeback if he can close this one out here. But Farzeen fighting back, absolutely aggressive at the moment, trying to stop Ulsan from getting his game down. For the last few, he's just had the pressure, had the reads, and it's all been working out. He needs to make something happen.
Knives out indeed. We do see the Farzeen now trying to go more aggressive here, forcing Ulsan's on the defense. Trying to go for the 1+2 series. Oh, but able to get the punish, the mid slice.
Got the reads of his own. He was willing to tank that mid if he needed to, but wanted to get that punish.
Hey, we do see Farzeen still staying alive here, but Ulsan, it just takes that one good read. 1-2 to start things out. Checking with the mids on both sides.
That low slash. Again, goes for it again, but Ulsan out of the way. Gets that arc blast. Didn't get the combo he was looking for, but good situation. Tried to go for the Farzeen flash. Ulsan coming back with some plus frames.
Okay, we do see that the heat burst just to steal his turn back. Now we go 2 hitting low, able to get the Excalibur slash, and Ulsan now not looking too good. Brown Man, where are we going here?
We are going to final round here with Falcons Farzeen versus DNF Ulsan at BAM 15 in this winners finals. We are sweating bullets here.
Speaking of bullets, let's hope for Ulsan's sake bullets won't be flying on Farzeen's behalf. Back 1, tries to keep him tracking. No counter hit though, and we get some plus frames. Crowd is intense as we watch this winners finals play out.
We got a lot of tricky stance cancels here from Farzeen. He wants to confuse Ulsan, but he's not confused about that. Back four, gets that knee into the extension, activating heat, trying to take some momentum in his favor. Gets the strike, but nobody home. Farzeen turning the tables.
Big opening for Farzeen to capitalize on. Ulsan now has to eat this combo. Luckily, no wall there. Able to get the running two. Still has heat to work with. Oh, explosion! Resets the neutral. Go slow. Farzeen moves on, ladies and gentlemen. Wow.
That match ended in a dogfight. Those two were mid-air fighting. Amazing. That was crazy. That last interaction, very unexpected. But that was an amazing closer to an amazing set.
A literal Top Gun dogfight in the air, able to end it out. What a call out by the explosion. That was actually one of the first back fours that we saw on Ulsan's side.